We're gonna do a song that you never heard before.
The volume.
Here they come and get wicked. Here we go again.
It's Kennedy, my brother from another mother, thundered out over there.
That boy thundered all the way up over here, bro.
Yeah.
My boys represented this weekend, bro.
Yeah, you some question who your team is, yo, man. You
Bro.
know what? Can we get the music going? We got a few things in.
Got a few things.
All right, let's do it.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
Brotherz podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Brotherz podcast, the greatest podcast.
If you smell what the rock. It doesn't matter what your name is.
Podcast of all time.
Yep.
Listen, if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to the Brotherz YouTube and Facebook pages. We're live on both platforms at the same time. You click on the bell, click on the notifications. That way you get the heads up whenever your boys and Miss doing their thing. Ace Kennedy.
What's up, bro?
Allstar Weekend.
Yeah.
Right? Let's get right into it though, bro. What's your thoughts?
I enjoyed it, thoroughly enjoyed it. And I know I enjoyed it more than most, right? A lot of people were disappointed with the dunk contest. A lot of people were disappointed with the actual game. I had a great time with all of it. I think I go into it understanding, first of all, these dudes don't want to get hurt, bro. They trying to be out here and showcase, put on a good show, but they ain't trying to get hurt. But with that being said, I do understand that the NBA are looking for ways to improve the product because they feel like, for the last couple of years, the fans and the media alike have been tearing apart the actual event as far as, saying it's not competitive enough. It's not that great, and we can't get the engagement we want, like for the stars to actually participate in the dunk contest, which this time we had a star in the dunk contest, and he was the weakest one. So, you know what I'm saying? I have come up with an idea that can fix the actual All-Star game. But before I give that, what were your thoughts?
Listen, so this is funny. I think I got something to fix the All-Star game, and I heard an idea to fix the dunk contest that I think would be brilliant to actually do. So listen, my thing is this. Okay. I don't particularly like watching the actual All-Star game. I'm gonna be honest with you. I miss it all together. I just didn't want to watch it. And listen, listen. This is what I think. I think that the only way that you basically can remedy that would be maybe to have whoever the winners are between that one, the pregame, the rising stars, whoever, have them then go against the all stars. Maybe that's what it is. But then here's the thing. I just think that, to me, I think that being an all star is the goal, not playing in the game, right? So I don't think that it's like, even outside of just the injuries, right? I think that some of those all stars won't go as hard because there are other teams who might not have had the Kings, for example. They didn't have Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox make the All Star team, right? So those guys are sitting here well rested, not a single extra game on their legs, nothing at all. They've been waiting for 5 days, right? So for them, I think that they look at that in terms of if you playing and you go that hard, that's like you're almost like at a disadvantage. So to be honest with you, because of that, I don't watch it. Like I don't get. I love the conversation piece about who is an all-star, who were the snubs, because I do think that when it comes to Hall of Fames and when it comes, me, I love to put people on lists. And I think that those lists, all-star games and everything matter. I think that to some players, they have incentives in their contract that's based off of all-stars and all-pros. So I get it. I just don't know that the players have that kind of incentive to play. And because of that, I don't want to watch a layup line, right? So, and to be quite honest with you, I think it's great that Dame made 11 threes, right? But from my perspective, it's not a facet of the league that I particularly enjoy. And even when it comes to with me, I love dunks as much as the next person, right? But I don't like it in that fashion. So I don't like I said, I didn't watch it. And to be honest with you, I don't feel like I missed anything at all as a fan. So that's where I'm at with the actual game though. What say you? How you fixing this though?
Oh, it's easy. I think the idea that they initially started with by having Team LeBron and Team Giannis was a good idea, but they need to expand upon it. Meaning, I think you have four. I think what you do is you have four people that are captains, right? And you do it similar to the Rising Stars Challenge if you want it competitive. So what you do is you have those four people have the draft live, just like they did the event with LeBron and Giannis. They have those four teams go to like 40 or 30, whatever. What it is to start it out, you have like a shoot off or something, right? To see who plays first. Because obviously the teams that play first get to rest because they'll play the champion of the second game. So that way you have these four teams, kind of like they did the Rising Stars, and it becomes competitive. Like you look at the Rising Stars where the G League people beat out uh Wimbenyani, you know what I'm saying, and all of them boys, right? And so then they go up against the then champions now with Chet and all of them, Team Jalen. So I think that's how you make it competitive because you incentivize it of there's there's an end goal here versus like I said doing it to East and West. It's not going to be like it was when Charles and them were playing because it's just a showcase at this point.
See, I think that I don't know if I quite follow what you're saying. I don't see how that changes it from being an exhibition game.
Did you watch the Rising Stars Challenge?
No.
Then that's why
I
you
only
don't
saw the
understand.
end result. I saw the highlights. I
Okay.
saw the end result and the highlights, the best plays. That's it.
Okay. So what I'm saying is when you watch the Rising Stars game, those boys was out there balling. And so then what happened, right? Somebody's mama was a coach or something. So the dude that was from, I don't know his name, but the dude from the Pacers, uh, he was going up against Ivy and he was calling him out. I'm talking about they was going 3 for 3. Like, but then it just, as the time got closer, it just started getting really, really competitive and people wanted to win. And I think that if you like, money can't incentivize these guys because these are the all-stars, right? It ain't like the in-season tournament where the other guys on the squad get that same money that the stars is getting, right? So in this, the competition is what's going to make it competitive when it's like, nah, because the East and West, it's like, all right, at some point, bro, we ain't gonna catch you. We down by 20. So we ain't gonna catch you. So I'm gonna just get my stuff off. But I think with the little thing, when it's like, yo, it's getting they about to score that 40th point, it starts getting more competitive, and folks will put it like you ain't finna you ain't dunking on me at the last point or whatever the case may be. So if you would have watched uh the Rising Star game, you would have saw what I'm saying. It was very, very competitive.
I saw that end result of them boys almost scored 400 points. I said, boy, that's a lot of layups. That is like to me. That's
Oh,
the
it
thing
wasn't no
about it.
layups. It wasn't no layups.
Listen, I mean, don't get me wrong, layup line. I mean, it's layup dunk contest. It's like to me, it's like the way I look at it is that when I see that, I think that's like at least 50 layup line dunks, right? And so this is my thing. I think that if you do that though, right, then I look at okay. The only way I'm gonna tell you, I got it. 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 Here we go. If you're gonna have it as a layup line, right, like that, I think the way that you kind of fix that and you kind of incentivize the dunk contest separately. You make where dunks, right? Dunks in the All-Star game. You can get more points based off of the difficulty of the dunk. So you say, oh, okay, you know what? Alley-oop dunks, 3 points, right? Windmills. You get a windmill, 4 points. 360, 4 points. I think if you're gonna do an exhibition, then to me you're showing an exhibition of athleticism and style and showmanship. So to me, then you say the same way how they had the 4 point, right? You and the sort thing. I think that you have that same concept where you have like how Dane pulled that half court casually, 6 points, right? You went double the feet, you went double the feet away from the basket, so double the points. The further away you get, I think that it point. I think to me, then if you say that, oh, okay, somebody scored 400 points in an All-Star game, then to me, I'm seeing 3 point shooting that shows true marksmanship, but then also you are basically incentivizing because they're not going to play defense, right? At least you're going to incentivize the creativity, right?
Well,
I
that
would
was the
love to
thing.
see something like that.
For first of all, there wasn't many dunks in the All Star game. It was 168 3-pointer shot. Secondly, there was some defense being played. It just got out of hand early. Like everybody just like it was almost like the East had a chip on their shoulder because they heard everybody saying, "Oh, this West team is packed, bro. They got everybody." And the East just put their foot on their neck and did not let up. Like it was tragic the way the East was abusing them because between Dame and Halliburton, bruh, it was lights out from the get-go. Like them boys they just couldn't get it going, man. The West couldn't get it going.
Let me ask you this though. Dunk
Mhm.
contest, your thoughts.
Honestly, if again taking ideas from the Rising Stars, they brought the G Leaguers in, right? And that, you know, again, you would think people would be like, Brian about to lose to these G Leaguers. I can't do it. I think you bring in them professional dunkers, bro, and have them competing against the NBA boys. Like put
Listen,
them in the
I'm gonna be
rotation.
honest with it. So I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Because I think that some dudes, because there are dudes who are professional dunkers, where they probably ain't really hoopers. They probably were hoopers. They can play, but they're just professional dunkers. I think this is what I would personally like to see. Stephen A. Smith saw this and I thought was a great idea. He said, I think that you go out and you basically scour the country to say you or the world to get the best dunkers in the world. And you might have somebody sponsor them. So you might have KD sponsor a dunk. This is my guy. I'm co-signing. He about to win it. LeBron sponsors another guy. I'm about to go. So I think that in that case, you basically are saying, and you can have you prize money for it or whatever. Stephen A said something like $1 million, 500, 250,000. That way you incentivize the dunkers to make it worth their while for one night to get out there. And to me, that's when you say, all right, if there's anybody on YouTube who got any dough, you as a
Yeah, but
NBA player, you got to go out and do your research and find your guy that's
but
going to be your representative.
it's not gonna be that hard. Like I like the idea of the sponsored players, right? But it's not gonna be that hard. There was a dunk league. There, I mean that's what they did. Like
Right? Like
Shaq and
that was a
them,
dunk league, but not on the NBA scale though.
I I understand that. But what I'm saying is to find these dunkers, all you gotta do is get some of them same guys that was in that dunk league that Shaq and them was a
Yeah,
part
but they're
of.
new. There's always new ones. There's always some new
Charles,
guy
we
who
saying the same thing, bro. Like you trying
that's
to
not what
argue,
you're
and there's no
saying.
argument here. So what I'm saying
No,
is,
no, I'm saying
but what I'm saying is, you and I are saying the exact same thing. Whether they go out and look for these new talent, or they get the pull from the people that have already
I would
been
love
dunking, it doesn't matter.
I would I would love to see nothing more than there's a couple guys that I've seen in the G League who be banging on people in the G League. And I'm thinking like, bro, y'all in the G League, and it would be like, and it would be great. Because to me, then here's the thing though, right? Then it would be like, all right, well, who's the NBA guy that steps up and say, nah, let's go ahead and represent the league. I'm gonna be
Well,
for myself.
I liked seeing that Embiid said he would love to get in. I seen Ja respond to a fan because Ja said a while back, he was like, listen, they got to pay me $1 million to get in the dunk contest. And so a fan put out there this weekend, he was like, yo, somebody please play Ja that million so he can get in. And he was like, I think I seen
He's not
enough.
gonna do it. He's
Nah,
not gonna do it.
I don't
And
think
Joel
he will either.
Embiid, listen, Joel Embiid needs to probably use a shot almost halfway through the season. All-Star break. Sit down, bro. It's
Yeah,
good
but
conversation.
he is tall enough. He ain't got to jump that far though.
It's going to be tough for him to do something creative. It's like the Dwight Howard. Like Dwight Howard had to get out, and it's where somebody's dunks might look better in slow motion, right? If you're
Yeah,
a tall guy, you got to really do something and show some wowing
right.
athleticism. But
But we can't
I
have it
think
both ways though, right? We can't have it both ways. It's like if we want the stars to get in it, and those are the stars, then I mean, shoot.
I don't gotta have this. I don't gotta see the stars in it, to be honest with you.
I know
It's
you
the
don't,
dunk
but that's
contest.
been most
I
of the
want to see the
criticism.
best dunk.
I understand that,
I,
but most of the
I,
criticism from the gaggle of reporters has been where are the stars? And then again,
see,
we get the representation of a star with Jalen Brown, who has the weakest dunks.
he has the worst dunk. Like I said, listen, this is the thing I'm mad about because I like Jalen Brown. I
Yeah,
like him a lot as a
I
player.
do
He's like
too.
one of my favorite players, though, bro. And
Yeah,
so when I saw him out there doing the most basic, like, listen, I literally saw somebody at LA Fitness yesterday doing the same dunks that he was doing regularly in the game. So I was like, no. So this is my thing. I got to be honest with you. I don't think that all star players have dunk contest worthy dunks just because they're good in-game dunkers. I saw something the other day, dog, that almost pissed me off, though, bro. I
what's
saw
that?
Stephen A. Smith basically blame LeBron James for single-handedly ruining all superstars from wanting to get into the dunk contest because most superstars up until that point, a lot of them had all gotten into the dunk contest, usually at a fairly young age, though, right? And I saw that, and I was just like, this is what I think. This is what I personally think. That where the league has gone astray when it comes to stars getting into the dunk contest, it's the evolution of the game because right now you emphasize shooting, right? So when Larry Bird won the 3-point shooting contest, he made like 17 threes, 19 threes. Little girl who shot against Steph made 26. She would have smoked Larry Bird. Steph is out here shooting 29 threes in the 3-point shooting contest. And then you got also the 3-point shooting contest has become the true skill because I think that you don't incentivize the league in general with how the style of play is. So I think that that's the reason why you don't see star guys that are just working on a bunch of dunks. It's because you're saying no, the craft is the three now, though, bro. So I think that it's the evolution of the game, and it just so happened to have been. LeBron James has been in the league now, but by year 5, that LeBron was in the league, 6, Steph was coming, and 3-point shooting was starting to turn. So I think that it's just one of those things, man, that where I just don't think that I don't see the incentive for a superstar player to get into the dunk contest because it's the same reason why you see people shooting as many threes as twos nowadays, right? It's just that's not how the game is, and so that's not what people work on, though, bro.
I mean,
That's like
yeah,
that's like having a mid-range contest. Like they ain't gonna have a 2-point shooting contest for the All-Star game.
yeah. This is what I feel, bro. I think that the All-Star Weekend has become just as much of a problem as the Pro Bowl, right? Nobody wants to get hurt, man. Like I mean, that's just what it is. I
They
get
fixed
it.
the Pro Bowl though.
Hmm?
I watched the Pro Bowl. I watched the Pro Bowl. Pro Bowl's all
Okay,
right.
okay. Aren't they doing like the flag football thing now?
Yeah, they do a lot of. So this was funny. They do this. So they changed up the format
Yes,
altogether
like a bunch of skills
because
challenges,
because
right?
Yeah, it's a bunch of skills challenges. So for me, I don't have any problem with that. If the NBA
I
does
don't
skills,
either.
I'm cool with that.
Right. But the NBA does do skills. It's on Saturday night.
No. What I'm saying is this: what I would love to see, I would love to see the NBA say, "Oh, okay, you know what? Who is the fastest person in the NBA?" Right? And you have somebody have an all-out sprint, and that's how they do it. You say who got the highest vertical. You know what I'm saying? To see who really got that bounce, and you do it based off of almost like a combine, basically. Though, like I don't mind. It's exhibition, so I don't think that you gotta. You know, if that's, I don't think that's that bad of an alternative. Don't get me wrong. I do like watching basketball, but probably over the last 7 years, though, bro, I haven't really been watching the All-Star game. I might really watch it every 2 years. I haven't missed out. I don't think I missed out on anything, though.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Even watching the crowd go crazy once they bust that 200 mark, like it was fun. And to see Dame still out there trying, because Dame knew what it was. Like they booed Dame when he won MVP because they wanted that boy Halliburton to win it so bad.
Can you believe? Listen, can you believe? Think about this. Think about how old we getting. Can you believe that Dame was the oldest Eastern Conference All-Star? Dame.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
listen, what do you think about the celebrities there?
Well, the rumor was that the boy Chris Brown got uninvited from the
Mhm.
All-Star game. The celebrity game was fun. I love the LED court. I love all the things that they did within it. Um, you know, Tristan Jess was supposed to be like the guy, and what's his name just took over. And CJ Stroud was doing his thing too. But Micah Parsons was the guy, and like it was clear throughout the whole night. There was a little bit of beef between Yo Boy and Unc, uh, your favorite person on the internet.
Oh my gosh, bro. Listen, listen. Okay, for starters, Michael Parsons, dog, you take 37 shots in an all-star in a celebrity game, bro, to score 31 points, though, bro. And he was out there trying to truck people, though, bro. Like that's listen, it's one of those times. I'm not gonna say, listen, I'm not saying that Michael Parsons can't hoop. This will be one of those times where I wish we had the song, bro. I wish one of us was on, put your boy in the game, and I'm gonna lock him up though, bro. Like I'm gonna I've heard Michael Parsons and CJ Stroud talking so much stuff on Michael's podcast before the game. And I think I saw CJ Stroud talking like, oh yeah, he gave 40 to what's my boy? Jaime Vasquez or who plays for Miami, right? The one that was in the dunk contest. Like, oh, I gave him 40 in high school. He's like, so I'm a shooter. I'm thinking like, okay, let me see what's up. And he was just mid, right? But I think that the part that I thought was pretty funny though, man, is that I do the celebrity game in itself. I am still wowed when I see an athlete from another sport. Like I was impressed that Michael Parsons was out there dunking.
What
Like
about the high
200, he's
jumper?
like, yeah, the high jumper, I saw him. And here's what's funny. He seemed like he should be jumping higher. Like he looks like he barely dunks. And while he can dunk, it seems like he just still don't got the basketball form to be maximizing. But I'm always very impressed when I see an athlete from another sport. Go ahead. Now listen, to be honest with you, what I would have loved to have seen was Chris Brown in the celebrity contest because I see Chris Brown in the crew league. I would love to see, like I saw B Dot, he played the crew league. There's a couple of guys that I see out there. I would love to see real people who I think look like internet hoopers getting out there to really see it though, man. So I
Well,
don't know, bro.
it's unfortunate because his past is still haunting him in 2024. And you know what I'm saying? I'm just like,
He's like, how old is Chris Brown now? He's at 34, right?
I might have to look it up. I don't know. Let's see.
So
But
that all happened when he was 19, right?
yeah,
So Chris Brown got to be.
he's
You
34.
think Chris Brown 34? Okay, I
He's
should.
30
So so that was 15 years ago, and he was still a teenager technically
over
when that
15
happened,
years
though.
ago. Yeah.
over 15 years ago when that happened, though, bro. Listen,
and the
I
league is
don't
still trying to
know.
punish him for that. It's like at
I
some
don't
point, bro.
know
Mhm.
who is a celebrity in recent time who people still hold them accountable for something for so long. I don't remember a person who comes to mind that just says, "No, we still don't rock with you because of this, that."
I don't know anybody that recent other than Chris Brown. I mean, because Bill Cosby ain't trying to do nothing. Uh, uh, what's my boy name? Even though he wasn't convicted, but even uh, gosh, I can't think of his name. Uh, oh, dang it, just passed my head again. Football player. Stole his own stuff. Naked gun. Oh my god,
OJ.
I could not think of OJ's name. Yeah, OJ ain't trying to do nothing. So it's like, like people, what's my boy, the comedian starting to come back. He's doing his thing, but his wasn't really that obscene, you know what I'm saying? So he's out doing his thing again. So I mean, there's people that are getting some sort of second chance. Matter of fact, Velveteen Dream, he just recently started wrestling
I
again.
saw Velveteen Dream in a wrestling match over the
And
weekend.
yeah, and they and the company said, listen, we are gonna stand by him. We're gonna do something that is very unpopular. We're gonna give somebody a second chance. You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
listen. I just think, bro, that usually, like that 15 years ago, for something that somebody did when they were a teenager, right? I
Mhm.
think that it would be different to me if this was 15 years ago for something you did when you was 25, now you 40. Maybe if you were 35 and now you 50. You know what I'm saying? Like if you were, and I don't want to excuse anything that he did or victim shame anybody or whatever or belittle that whole thing. But I'm just sitting here thinking, like, bro, I just don't remember. Like, people, listen, people have been consistent with their acts of canceling him, though, bro. And then again, that he's so much of a big artist that he'll never be completely canceled. But it never fails, though, bro, that consistently since then, the minute that someone gets to try to do something to him on a very public level, they'll do it to him, though, bro. Hey, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Before we talk about this, we talk about celebrities. We got this is gonna be something we'll bring up this time. And so one of the things that I'm interested in is, did you see let's talk about the girls, the ladies out here that was out and about, right? So I thought, one thing I think that's interesting to me is I saw. Did you see Kevin Durant and Young Miami?
I did not.
Oh my God! So listen, Kevin Durant and Young Miami, they like they backstage somewhere, and Young Miami is talking, and you can see Kevin Durant. He over there on the sideline. He waiting for her to get a pause in between what she's saying so he can hug her. Now this is what I think is crazy, because this is the thing I think is wild. I do. It's like there's times when I hate the way Young Miami rap. I hate her rap voice, right? I hate her rap voice, not when she's her regular speaking voice. Bro, she's so fine to me though, man. It's ridiculous though, bro. I can tell just universally recognize her spot because Kevin Durant looked like he hugged her, bro, and it like Kevin Durant was just melt, bro. He never want to let her go, bro. And I'm talking about, and listen, she wasn't even looking like BT Awards performance looking. It's like regular photo, bro. And I was just like, yo. So I thought that was one thing that I was blown away by. If you see the video of Kevin Durant hugging her, bro, you'll trip out though, bro.
Well, hey,
Uh,
so they said that boy Dame was out with Glorilla. Glorilla.
Listen, this is the thing I think is kind of surprising to me because it's like Dame. I don't know if he got divorced, but he put it out there that he wants to get divorced from his wife, and I don't know if they've been official. So Dame is free to be out and about as far as I'm concerned. And I'm looking at that, bro, and I'm just sitting here thinking, like, all right, Dame's 33, right? So a minute, Dame Lillard is younger than Chris Brown, bro. What? So even with that said, right? Isn't that listen? That would make Dame the most. He got to be like the most eligible bachelor in black culture right now. Who listen? Who's single? Who has more out there than Dame right now, bro? He's sitting on making probably close to $300 million in past earnings, right? And then not even to
then he
talk
has
about the money
endorsement.
that he got. Yes, like dog, if you Dame, bro, you out there in them streets. And so but you know the thing I think is crazy to me. I'm not the biggest, when you talk about females, Glorilla high on their own looks. But a lot of people rock with her apparently though, bro, because I saw like a lot of people that was showing her mad love, especially given her most recent single. And listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I listened to it, absolutely love the song, bro. Absolutely love Glorilla's new song, though, bro. Listen, when I'm listening to it, bro, I felt like I was a baddie. I was in there like, yeah, Glow, yeah, Glow. I felt like such a bad bitch when I was listening to that Glow, bro. I felt like the baddest bitch on the goddamn block, bro. I was, bro.
Hey man, since we still on the NBA, bro. Go ahead. Wait, go ahead.
I gotta say this.
Yeah.
I'm officially a Glorilla fan. I'm officially, I was trying to resist. I'm officially a Glow fan. Here's the thing. Who I'm not still a fan of yet, though? Still not on Ice Spice, bro.
Why?
Listen, this one thing is funny though. Let me tell you the one thing that I think is crazy. I don't like, so it took me a while to get used to Glorilla rapping so hard and voice sounding like a little deeper. And then after a while, I was like, yo, a lot of Memphis chicks just got a little burr in their voice, though. They got a little something in their chest. Like that's just, I don't know what's in their water out there in Memphis, bro. But Ice Spice, I don't. Here's one thing I do think is funny. I saw that Ice Spice performed over the NBA over the weekend, also weekend. And I think that I always laugh because I saw some people that always comment like, yo, y'all need to go ahead and give her some stage performance. Give her some backup dancers or something. The one
Yeah.
thing I can say about Ice Spice, yo, she got them cakes though, bro. And listen, that's all. Listen, within 2 bars, she's gonna give you 2 bars. And soon as you get into bars, it's like, all right, y'all ain't come to hear me rap. Y'all came to see these cakes. Boom, here you go. I'm gonna bust it open for you. And it don't take us no time to show them cakes off. And listen, A1, A1 cake. I just heard though, like, nah. Cakes wise, A1 though, bro. Top of the line.
Yeah.
Top of the line.
It's true. It's true. Very, very true. Staying on the
Real, I'm a
NBA.
fan though.
That's dope. I'm gonna have to go check her song out now though.
Check out that big glow.
Staying on the NBA real quick. JJ Redick did not have some nice things to say about Doc Rivers. What you got to say about that, bro?
Listen. Bro, listen. JJ Redick has echoed a lot of the things I think I've told you about my problem
Right.
with Doc Rivers, right? And I don't know if we always talk about that on the pod, but one of the things that I've always been blown away by when it comes to Doc Rivers is this notion that he is like a team fixer, or that you put him as your coach and he'll get you over the hump because they won that one title with the Celtics. And I'm just like, bro, I've never seen there are several one-win coaches out there, right? I mean, one championship winning coaches out there. Frankie V out there for the Suns. He got fired right after winning the championship. And then it took him a little bit to get him another job. Bud Budenholzer, I don't think he's a coach out there. They're like this batch of one win. And for some reason, though, bro, the NBA just has never lost faith in Doc Rivers. And this is my thing. Despite that one championship, he has a history of in the playoffs not making adjustments and collapsing, right? And so I think that the part that's crazy to me is that he had a prime Blake Griffin for 8-9 years. At the same time, they had Chris Paul. They had a prime DeAndre Jordan. They went and picked up JJ Redick, who made the comments at the time. They had Jamal Crawford at one time. They've had guys who could get it done. And so this notion to me that Doc Rivers is like, oh, that's gonna move you to it. I beg to differ. I look at the opposite. I looked at it as soon as they picked up Doc Rivers, you scratched him off the list. And I'm a big Giannis fan and a big Dame fan. Scratched them off the list. That's it. I think that to me now, the Celtics are a shoe-in to go ahead and go to the Eastern Conference Finals because I just don't think that Doc has what it takes because his history to me tells me that the one championship that he got with the Celtics was an anomaly and not the norm, though, bro.
You know what? This is the part that gets me though, right? Is because again, we can't have it both ways, bro. Like we sit up here and complain and complain and complain about black coaches not getting the same opportunities that white coaches do. So all of those people you named outside of Bud, I think, all have jobs again because and they were recently fired, right? But then we have a black man who has won a championship gets another opportunity quickly. And it's one of those things, it's like we sit up here like I remember Stephen A going in when Steve Nash got the job with the Nets, right? And you
Right.
know the consideration of like why these black coaches don't. So now Doc is actually in that category of the first time a position comes open, we're gonna call him because he is a championship caliber coach, regardless of how you think he got it. The point is he won one, and those other coaches they won one. So it's like that man deserves another opportunity. And I hate that it came at the expense of another black man. The same with the Nets, right? Firing Jock. You know, it's just one of those things though. But it's like the media is so quick. Like we sit up here and we say that all the time. Why these black coaches don't get these same opportunities? But then Doc is getting that opportunity, and then we want to tear him down. And I'm not saying that that's
I'm
what
gonna
you
be
feel.
honest with you.
Mhm.
I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. It's just that for one, I think that that's more applicable to the NFL. The NBA has always been very much more forward thinking. There have been listen, the NBA doesn't really care as much. They'll fire you one way or the other, but I do understand the sentiment of well, he's always there. My thing is this. I think that I think that what Doc is doing is more hurting than helping that statement, right? Because I think that I honestly feel like, don't get me wrong, I thought that the players stopped responding to the coach. They were going to let him go one way or the other, right? What I am saying is that it ain't like Jock Vaughn that the Bucks is going to beat down the door to get Jock Vaughn right now. Even though before, even if they would have let him go and Doc wasn't available, right? I guess what I'm just saying is this. I think that at some point it's track record, right? So like it's like the thing that used to make me mad. I look like this. I look at Doc Rivers as somebody who won up Mike D'Antoni, right? How Mike D'Antoni, everybody always thought that, oh, you get him on your team and he's a surefire where your team is going to be built and look like this. And at the end of the day, it's like, what exactly has he really done except for just get a bunch of points scored? Well, Doc's the same way. Like outside of the one championship, he hasn't. That makes me think enough. So it's like at some point, though, right? Mike D'Antoni is not a head coach, and it runs the course. And I just don't think that you should in the NBA have a evergreen pathway to a coach. At some point, bro, you gave it your best. You didn't get it done in 20 years. Let's go ahead and move on and get somebody else in here, though. Man, it keeps the NBA old at the top level, bro. When you do that, that's all.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I understand and JJ Redick played for him, so I understand his comments, right?
Listen, it means something to me that JJ Redick, who played for him, is saying that. And I've heard a lot of former players talk bad about Doc, though, man.
Yeah, bro, we
I
got
do
about
like how Austin Rivers spoke up and tried to say, listen, I'm not going to defend him just because he's my dad. He can defend himself. But I do like all the points that his son gave. And I
Mhm.
thought they were dope. And listen, and I'm going to be honest with you. I think that Austin Rivers, JJ Redick in a segment would be epic. I think that
I do
not
too.
just battling off. just think
No.
that their information and how they convey
Yes.
information, I think that
Yes.
it's grade A. Yeah,
They're super
absolutely.
knowledgeable, super knowledgeable, and
Very knowledgeable though,
and
man.
they don't seem like a plant. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they're saying exactly what they feel. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
Look, bro, we got about 20 minutes left, man, and you gonna have to tell me what's going on out there in the A, bro. You gonna have to tell me what's going on in the A. There is a lady by the name of, I don't know if I'm saying it right, Reesa Teesa.
Mm.
Listen, bro.
Listen, I saw this pop up on TikTok, and it's so long that I haven't even gone through and dove through the whole thing.
Charles,
But
listen.
this girl had, you know, how you can have story times,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
you got part one, part
Yeah,
two. She's like up to 50.
yeah. She's on 50, and Ace Kennedy has listened to 35 of them. So I got the tea.
Tell me the tea, bro, because I don't know all of it.
Listen, so basically, man, she met this dude. She said and she's very intentional about the details that she gives because it means something further on down the line. While I don't agree with how everything that she's telling, but I do, like, again, she's just a person that's telling her story. So she said she met this dude. They met like on a dating site, and he had like two different accounts that he had on there, and they matched on both. She was like, it would be like if people looked and found an Ahmad Kennedy page and then the Ace Kennedy page, right? So it was similar to that. So she met this dude. He's telling her, like, listen, man, I played in the league. Not he said he didn't play pro, he played arena ball. So he said he played arena ball. He was a champion in arena ball. He worked for Apple. Um, and he's just telling her all of this stuff. And so he's like, look, I got all this money. And so when she met him, he was staying in his studio apartment. And he was like, listen, that's a temporary thing because I just recently moved from California because I just recently got divorced. And so, and I'm, trying to establish myself, get in good with the company. And then I'm planning to, he had showed her like what the bank had approved the loan for, everything. Like, he had shown her all of this stuff, and like, this is the realtor I got, like, just all these things. So now, mind you, this is all around 2020. They meet in, I think, March of 2020. So this is
Okay.
right on the cusp of of COVID, right? So they meet, and during COVID, they're like, listen, they about to shut down Atlanta. So we got to quarantine. So what we gonna do? We gonna quarantine at your house, or we gonna quarantine at my house? And so again, he had the studio apartment. She got the house. So he stays with her. She's, she goes through this whole thing like, look, I'm a Christian woman and I don't believe in shacking up, whatever, whoopty whoopty whoop. I'm just trying to get through the story. So basically, she starts finding. They start trying to buy a house. They go through like five different houses where the stuff is falling apart. Now he says, listen, I have like five different accounts. I have a checking account with this bank, a Chase account, a US account, and then an offshore account. And so it felt like every time they would get to the finish line, uh, to get the house, they would be like, okay, we need proof of income, because basically what he kept saying was, I want to do a cash offer, right? And so they like, we just need proof of the funds, and then boom, we can set it up. And he never wanted to show that proof of the funds. And what he said was, the reason why he got divorced, the chick in California, he walked in on her and seen that she was cheating. And so she just basically said, look, break me off some money and we'll just divorce amicably and go our separate ways, whoop whoop whoop. So she goes all down the stories of like red flags of stuff. She ends up getting pregnant by him, and uh she ends up miscarrying. And so he was supposed to take her to the appointment to get, the baby removed, and he ends up like flaking out on her. And like, so she kept saying throughout the whole thing, like, look, when he's having conversations in front of me, but I never hear the person on the other end of the phone. Like, I always just hear him having these conversations. And so he's talking about, he said he had like four brothers and two sisters. Bro, you get further on down the story, bro, when she's finally starting to put stuff together, when she's like, nah, some ain't adding up. Bro, this dude he only got two, bro. Oh, Oh, he said his grandmother died during COVID. Another uncle died during COVID. She starts doing all this digging, bro. She finds out the grandma died back in 2008. Uh, the uncle died like 2016. He only really has two brothers. He doesn't have any sisters. One of the names that he used as a sister was actually his niece. None of his family mess with him because they know that he be lying. So then when she finally kicked him out the house, he went back home and told them, like, yeah, man, I walked in on her cheating and she was asking me for money. So this same exact story, bro. It is just like layers upon layers. So I'm at the part right now where they're going through the divorce. She just got him to sign the divorce papers. But it is a bro, it's so much stuff, and I'm so invested now.
Listen, I see people saying, listen, somebody said, I saw somebody said, listen, it's the best story on TikTok, bro. Somebody
It
said, I've
is.
never been so invested. And they was like, listen, she's laying out these details, and it's just you're hanging on to every single word because
Yeah.
they said this woman is like a grade A storyteller, bro.
Yeah, she when she gets to the because she's like, look, TikTok only give me 10 minutes. So she know when she getting close to the end, she be like, man, he did this, but I'll tell you on the next part. And so you're just like, I gotta get to the next part. So yeah, I mean, she is killing the storytelling, bro. It is because I seen somebody talking about it on Facebook. I thought it was a new Netflix doc, right? Where they were talking about
Yeah.
the rest of Tessa. And I'm like, Reesa Teesa, whatever. I'm like, I'm like, I know Sarah would watch something like that. So then I just happened to be on Instagram, and the first part popped up on my Instagram. And so then I'm like, that's it. So I had to go find part two. And so then
Yeah.
it kept going. I was like, I gotta try to watch it all before the pod. And I only got to 35, bro. So I was just like, bruh.
She up here going, she beating out R. Kelly on Trapped in the Closet, huh?
She beating out the trapped in the closet, bro. She killing the TikTok. She's doing her thing, man. And the crazy thing is like, she's like, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all the whole story, even the parts that make me look bad. She said, because I already know a lot of this make me look bad. Cause I know y'all gonna be like, you didn't see that red flag, you didn't see that red flag. She was like, a lot of times I just wanted to believe him. I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. But what happened was she ended up dog, she went super sleuth, bro. She ended up finding the divorce decree of him and her ex. I mean, him and his ex. And come to find out, he never lived in California. He never even lived in California. He only lived in Georgia. Well, not only lived in Georgia, but his previous relationship, they were in Georgia. And so she ended up finding the phone number of his ex-wife and called. And she was like, if you calling me, it's bad. And she just like, listen, I'll answer any question you want me to answer. And so the other thing that he said that was real, real foul, he was saying, like, I'm real cool with her kids. Like, those were her kids when we got married, but I'm still cool with them. And so he ended up saying that one of her kids died during COVID and asked, could he send some money to help for the funeral? So when she talked to the ex-wife, she was like, I just need to ask you this. How's your baby? How's your daughter doing? She said, my daughter's fine. She was like, she said, why? What did he say? And she said, I ain't even had a heart to tell that girl what he had said. He said, she said, I just basically said, like, he said that she got COVID and she, wasn't doing too well or whatever like that, but never went into it like, but I mean, she ended up talking to his cousin. That's how she said the cousin was like, we didn't even know he had got married to you. She said, and none of his family messed with him. So she was dispelling all of the stuff. So she's just like just finding out most stuff, most stuff. Yeah, it's a crazy, crazy story, worth the listen. Very
I
entertaining.
hear I hear about listen, I've been hearing about it on TikTok all week long.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, since probably Thursday is when it first picked up on my feed and TikTok though, bro.
yeah. It's
I told you about I told TikTok, bro. I listen. Somebody was like, "Yeah, man, I noticed you don't be on the gram that much, or even on Facebook though, bro." I practically live on TikTok now, bro. Listen, I'm on TikTok now, and this is what's crazy. I found, bro, that I am TikTok's targeted audience, bro. Like when they said, "Hey, we gonna put TikTok together, and this is what we intend for it to be able to do." They were talking to me because listen, I use TikTok for breakfast, dinner, lunch recipes. I look on there for history. I look on there on how to do stuff. I look on there on stretches. I look on there on holistic medicine. I look up there on natural remedies. I'm literally on TikTok. It became TikTok has became my new Google. Where like
Yeah.
before, you'd be like, oh, let me Google how to do this, that, and the other. Like, TikTok is gonna go ahead the same way how YouTube will be able to tell you, oh, this is how you do something. TikTok got the same amount of references, except that, at least a lot of times when you go on TikTok, it's like a physician who got a TikTok page and they're talking about different stuff though, man. So it's like literally, bro, TikTok, I find that I'm on TikTok so much that I just don't even engage on Facebook as much though, bro. Or Instagram for that matter though. Reels just ain't the same though, bro. It ain't TikTok though, bro.
No, I feel that. I think Instagram is still my go-to for the reels. Like I love just scrolling IG for that stuff. So
We got
that's
to
my
know. Listen, I'm
go-to.
not gonna lie. Listen, man. Our group chat on the Instagram be popping though, bro. It's one though, bro. I mean, we got
Yeah.
everything on our group chat on there
Yeah,
though,
our
man.
group
But
chat is fire. It's
yeah,
everything.
yeah, yeah. It's a
It's
fire one, man.
yeah. But I mean,
Yeah, it's a
yeah,
fire one.
like I said, bro, it is before we get out of here, man. Let's jump on this Benzino, bro. We've been slacking on talking about it.
Listen, so Benzino got up on Drink Champs,
Yeah.
and he was basically, he was on that drink, right? He was on that drink, and what was crazy about it is that they came up to like, when he was talking about the Eminem. And listen, the boy got hella emotional about it though, bro. And listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Part of it made me just think like, dang, bro, I don't know if he's looking like a big simp out here. But at the same time, though, Ace Kennedy, I think I kind of understand where he's coming from, though, bro.
I do too.
I
I,
think,
I do too. It's a lose-lose for him, right? Because
yeah,
I mean, the thing is that we know how Benzino raps. He's not gonna beat Eminem in battle rapping in any shape or form, right? And the thing is, like he said, I don't hate white people. I don't even hate Eminem. I just think that as a culture, we are we are bad as a people, right? Like we're failing each other. And the thing is, a lot of that stuff that he's talking about is really tied into his daughter. Everybody knows their relationship is pretty rocky. They, have public, spats on the internet, on social media all of the time. So they are living that in real time in person. And so, you can hear the comments even on Drink Champs where he's talking about like my daughter had to befriend uh Eminem in order to kind of get, going this, that, and the other. So he's hurting. Like that drink was making him spill his real feelings about stuff.
I think that the part that gets me is that even with that, right, it almost seems like Benzino's relevance is tied to Eminem in some way or another. And that's hard, though, because you think about that, though, right? That means that regardless of what you ever do great in life, at the end of the day, somebody's going to bring up Eminem like that has to do, like his beef with Eminem was in the early 2000s, late 90s, right? And so then here it is, a full 20 something years later, and people still bring it up like it was yesterday. And it's like, not just that, it's like, regardless of if Benzino ever came out with music that was better than Eminem, nobody's ever going to think that his music is better than Eminem's. But not just that, it's still, regardless of what he ever accomplishes, it feels like people will always tie him to his beef with Eminem. And I think that that's tough to really think about. That's like, it would be different because it ain't like nobody ever thinks of Jimmy Jam without Terry Lewis, right? Terry Lewis without Jimmy Jam because they're a duo. But to say that in your entire life as a grown man, Benzino's got to be about 50, got to be 52, 53, somewhere around there. And for the greater part of your whole life now, right? If 20 years passed, that's 2004. They had beef 5 years before that, I believe. So when you think of the greater part of the last 25 years of your life, people have always asked you about Eminem like this was 25 years ago. Like that would be kind of annoying to me though, bro.
Yeah, yeah, and the format of drink champs is set up in a way that you can't, like, you look at Irv, right? Irv got on there and got sauced. You know what I'm saying? Benzino got on there and got sauced. Because once you play that game where you gotta choose, or if you can't choose, you gotta drink. Like when they do the shots, it's over. It's over.
Would you go on there? Would you go on there and take the shots?
I couldn't. I don't drink like that at all. I don't. There's no way
I
I would.
don't listen. I don't drink like that, right? I don't drink like that. But for that moment, I would take the shot. I would go through and I would play it. I would go all the way with that being my intention. If I got up there and got sloppy, that is what it is, though, bro. I feel like as long as we ain't talking about if it's tequila shots, I'm gone. I'm out of there, bro. But I'm saying if we talk about just shots of I don't know, vodka or whatever, I think I'd be solid. But
See,
I think that
I'm not even finna pretend like, because I don't drink like that at all. Like you might see
you
me
know,
drink one drink of something, and that's it. Like I'm not even finna pretend. And I'm talking about my stuff is real basic drinks. Like you talking about a margarita or something like some people had with food. You know what I'm saying? Like I am not a drinker, bro. There's no way. There's absolutely no way.
nah, me neither, bro. I think that it's just interesting though, man, on how some boy like Herb got out there. And I felt I listen, bro. I thought after Herb got up there, and then after Herb got up there, Ashante post video of her on vacation again, looking flawless. And I said, God damn, Herb, I'm hurting for you. And
But let
I
me
can only imagine how hurt he is now that she's pregnant with Nelly.
but let me ask you this though. Whose fault is it? Is it drink champs or is it the person that go on there?
It's the person that go on there, bro. It is that listen. Drink Champ says, I got the platform and the format. You know what you're getting yourself into. It's like going on Snoop's show and not expecting to get high, even if it's just off of contact, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna go on the show, you might not be on film smoking. But if Snoop Dogg is out here smoking and you go to Snoop's show, he's gonna be smoking. You gonna get some kind of contact high though, bro. So he got the platform. It's just like to me, it's nothing different from you going on Vlad TV and you know what Vlad TV is about when you go on there. You can choose to answer something or not, but the taking the shot, that you gotta go up there thinking, I'm prepared to answer all the hard questions, so bro.
Yeah. Yeah, like the game and Tank. They went on there and was straight
The
on
game
everything.
was on there drinking hard though, bro. I don't think I saw anybody go as hard as the game did.
Man. Yeah. Because Ye got saucy too.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, listen, but that's the funny thing. Only been I've only been saucy one time. There was this one, yeah. There was this one time in Mexico, bro. I was in Tulum and I was out there right. I mean, I wasn't sloppy because if I had to get into a fight, I felt I could have held my own. But my whereabouts was loose though, man, and I was good though, right? But that was the one time. I think that's the one thing. My biggest my my biggest fear about getting drunk is running that fade and somebody laying me smooth the hell out though, bro. Like I don't want to not have my joints and somebody run that fade and here it is, I'm stretched out because I was talking noise and I didn't have and somebody else who's sober was like, listen, I'm straight. That's on you.
Listen, if I ever see it happen, I mean, after we handle business, if I see you laid out, I'm gonna be, Father, I stretch my hands to thee. You gonna be laid out, bro, and I'm gonna be singing like I'm singing at your funeral, bro. Laid out.
You
Oh,
looking like you think like this. Listen, every time somebody gets drunk, they get crucified, laid out. Their arms is always stretched wide. I've never seen nobody go this way, sideways. It's always this.
mm,
I just don't want to be that dude though, man. So I got a good buzz. I'm good. Like I said, I've never been beyond that kind of tipsy in my own house. So nah, bro, I can't be out in public and somebody run that fade and then that's it though, bro.
yeah. Hey, bro, before I'm gonna get you out of here on this, did you hear about that Airbnb scandal?
Nothing
So there
happened in
was a
Atlanta, did it?
ah, don't give me the line. You might be on to something. But basically, I believe this dude and his wife went to this Airbnb, left a bad review. So the host was like, "Oh, you want to leave bad reviews?" So he leaked that he was out there with another chick on another occasion. And so now like the pictures and everything. So now he wants to sue the host because
I
he
did
didn't.
see that.
Yeah.
And listen, you know what I think is crazy though, bro?
What's that?
On the cool and I mean, on the low. I think Atlanta is becoming like the capital for scammers and schemers, bro. Like they be scamming out in Atlanta heavily. So when old girl was telling the story, it didn't surprise me though, bro. Listen, I know some young cats, 19, 20. They already getting into scamming though, bro. It's like a job to a lot of people in Atlanta though, bro, to just be a scammer, bro, a schemer. And it's just like, bro, like I think that Atlanta is slowly becoming like it could very well already be there, bro, but the scammers capital of the United States. I'm gonna let you get out of here on this note. Are you buying those Trumps?
No, I'm not buying the Trumps, but I did buy the Yeezy socks.
You know what I thought about? I actually thought that they were still on sale for $20.
They
And
are.
I almost got close to buying them, bro.
Let's do
I
it.
just don't know what. Listen, I don't know what I just wear. I would wear them just around the house. Are you
Charlie,
supposed to? How are you supposed to wear them?
you're supposed to wear them out, bro. It's shoes.
I thought they're socks. I thought they're like
No,
house shoes.
no, brother. They are
No,
whenever you see Ye out, he's wearing them.
I think he looks stupid with them on when he's out and about. But
You
that's
say
that's the
that.
reason why
Listen, you
I thought
say
he was
that.
wearing them out and about because I thought he was like, I'm just gonna show them off.
Nah, that's how
That's how
you
he
wear
was.
them, bro.
But
They got the heel on them and everything. They got the sole on them and everything.
they
So
look like they look like ballet shoes on the
they
bottom, like
they
dance
do.
shoes.
They do. I have to see for myself. I will let you know because if anybody's gonna pull it off, it's gonna be Ace Kennedy. I'm gonna pull it off.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gonna listen. How are you gonna have your pants tucked in them, or are you gonna have them over your
No,
pants, the pants over?
the pants is gonna be over them. I just think I need to get some ankle pants so that you can clearly see that I got them on, and I'm gonna wear a thin layer sock underneath it so that I'm not just got my bare feet in them, bro. Because if I'm gonna wear them like shoes, I need to treat it like it's a shoe. So no, I'm gonna see what it's hitting for. It's
I thought
for me,
about buying them just for. I thought about buying them just as house shoes.
and I don't think there's anything wrong with that for $20, bro. Because you think they used to be 200. Right? And he refunded everybody the 200 and then you bought them for $20. So it's just $20. For me, it's one of those, it's a cultural thing. I want to be a part of the conversation. I want to experience it for myself. If it was me, I would have had the big red boots. I would have had the big yellow boots. You know what I'm saying? Like
I might listen. I might buy them, bro. I might
it's
buy them.
it's
They
it,
cost. It
it's
costs like
$20.
$15 for them to ship it out here,
Yep,
though,
it's
bro.
35. It's $35 altogether. I know, but at the same time, it ain't $200.
I'm just gonna go out.
Be a part
I'm
of the
double
culture,
check.
bro. Because I think your size is a 3. You need a size
Yeah,
3.
I got my little. Listen, you know what's funny though, man? I still have my little $40 gift card for my birthday that I just been like, You know me spending money. I just been like, what I'm gonna spend it on? I gotta wait for something that's up there, bro.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, bro. It's for the culture, bro. We can wear them on the pod together and tell everybody what we think.
Now I'm about to go out here and let me see some. What's it, yay.com?
No, it's yzy.com.
Let me see something.
That boy is actually going to the site. But anyway, while you looking that up, bro, what you got up for the week?
Man, so this week I am trying to mix. I need to listen. I need to do some tutorial. If anybody got any auto tune tips, tutorials that they want to pass along my way, then by all means feel free to do so because I'm gonna be mixing and I'm trying to mix and try to dabble more into auto tune this week. But I'm working on what's up.
You ain't pulled it up on TikTok yet?
I that's my go-to. That's my go-to. I gotta do my research. I think what I'm trying to do. I am I I'm trying to figure out not just adding the auto tune as an effect, but manipulating the vocals, manipulating the recording with it.
Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to do.
I
Yeah, yeah,
understand.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, pretty much for me, bro. Definitely trying to get back in the lab. I've been doing a lot of I can't say spring cleaning. I've been doing a lot of winter cleaning. And so I've been getting the studio prep. If you look in the back, like a lot of the stuff is gone from up here because the set is about to change in a little bit. I got my mixing keyboard up here with the LEDs on it. So like, yeah, it's the set is about to change for this season. So yeah. All right, broski. Well, let's get the people on now. We appreciate y'all for joining the Slash Brothers podcast. Make sure you are also on the YouTube, right? We have the clip outs of the show. So make sure you check us out and share, like, subscribe, do all the fun things. You know what it is.
Peace.
Doesn't matter what your name is.
Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast.
Can you
of
dig
all
it,
time.
sucker?